Hello, 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 and welcome to the Crooked Eyelash. Here I tell stories of jealousy and relationships and things that we've done in our past in the name of jealousy that we regret, that we can now laugh from, that maybe we've never apologized for and we can do it now. And just a way to express it. I'm a life coach now and I speak to people frequently, and jealousy is a common theme to a lot of the people that I speak to. Lot of jealousy, and people think that I have never had jealousy or don't have jealousy. Of course I do. Jealousy is normal, it's natural, it's a natural emotion. It's our reaction to the jealousy that is a problem. And as you may know, if you've listened to any of my other podcasts, because of jealousy, I've ended up walking down the street topless with no shoes on. I've ended up on the Judge Joe Brown show. I've been involved in like gunplay, just car chases, just all this crazy stuff in the name of jealousy. Would I do that today? Hell no. Hell no. Once was enough for me, but some of us are still trapped into that same feeling of jealousy. And sometimes the thing that we're jealous of, we have no proof of. It's just our intuition. It's just something that's in us. And we give so much power to that. But that intuition sometimes is based on things that are broken inside of you or inside of me. And that was what caused my reaction to the jealousy. Emotions and issues inside of me that I had not addressed yet. So now, as I said, I am a certified life coach, and I'm a trained mediator, and I'm an anger management specialist, and anybody who knew me back in the day would crack up at all of that stuff because I was out of control. In this story that I'm going to tell today, I ended up in casino jail. Yes, that's a real thing. Casino jail over jealousy. And when I look back on it now, to me it's hilarious because it was so ridiculous. And I share my stories because there's no shame. I don't have any shame about anything that I've done. I'm not embarrassed by anything I did because I did what I knew to do at the time. My emotions were in a fireball and all I wanted to do was explode all over somebody. Boy, that sounded weird, didn't it? That sounded very weird, but you feel that. You feel it's a panic attack wrapped in a meteor, wrapped in a dynamite stick. You just feel all of these things. And that's because you never addressed the source of it. And that's what I didn't do. So I share my stories, and other people, everyone's welcome to share their stories. Actually, I've watched a story of a girl tell what she did in the name of jealousy, and I thought, wow, and I thought I was bad. But I mean, we get all consumed over this. But there's ways to not feel jealous, and sometimes we know that. Right in the middle of our jealousy, we're like, we start arguing with ourselves. And we'll say, oh, you're so dumb for being jealous. And, it's just a lot. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. What I suggest is that, you just go talk to someone. You go talk to someone, not someone who's going to egg on your jealousy, but someone who's going to really call you out on whether or not you're overreacting or not, or maybe you are just reacting too quickly, or just go speak to someone who is a true supporter of your emotional health, So here's my story. Okay, so in this story involves, and I'm smiling already. And let me warn you guys now, I'm new to podcasting, so I don't know how to edit and put in cool little things. So I'm practicing and I'm getting there. But the more important thing for me was to be able to share my story with people who may benefit from it, who may say, damn, I thought I was bad. That bitch crazy and she better. So maybe if it gives somebody hope. Like I said, I laugh about it. I share it. I have no shame, no embarrassment. Even when I walk down the street with my little flat titties out, walking down the street, I really don't. Because I healed from it. So I'm okay. So in this story, it was my birthday. And it was a few years ago. And it was my birthday. And my birthday is the same day as Martin Luther King Jr. And it's celebrated on the following Monday. So my birthday is January 15th and it's the following Monday. And we went to the casino on a Sunday with the next day being a holiday. Not sure if that's relevant to the story, but whatever. Just take it. So we go to the casino. It was me, my mother, my husband, and my very good friend. Okay, so the four of us go because, again, there's a holiday weekend. We go for my birthday. Boom. We get to the casino. My husband has never been to the casino before. My mother usually goes to the casino with her friends, and they all kind of hang together and, play the same slot machine or play slot machines in the same area. And when my friend and I go to the casino, we tend to spread out. We just hit whatever games we want. One may go to the poker room, We just do our own thing, kind of. Maybe we come together for a meal or maybe not. So, we got 4 different casino attitudes or 3 different casino attitudes going on in this group. So since my mother's with me this time, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should change it up a little bit. So, and my husband, again, he's never been to the casino. He's more observing people watching, seeing how to play the games. And so that was kind of his mood for the place. So since we were just, doing our own thing, and my friend went off and was doing whatever she was doing. So my mother, my husband, and I, we're just kind of walking around. So now I'm ready to play. So I sit down to play at a table, and my mom says, okay, well, I'm going to go to a machine. But now she's kind of by herself. She's not with her friends. I'm not with her. And my husband, he's not doing anything but people watching anyway. So I say to him, hey, can you keep an eye out on her? I don't want her to get up and get lost. Because although my mother can sit at the machine all day, she can sit at one machine all day because, first of all, they bring drinks to you at the casino, and she can smoke in the casino, and she has no problem kicking her leg up and just, back then you didn't push buttons, you pulled the lever or the lever or whatever. You pulled on it, and she could do that all day. But, I just would like to keep an eye on her in case she had too many of them boxes and started wandering around. So I go to my table. I'm playing Let It Ride. My husband says he'll keep an eye on my mother. It's all good. I'm playing. Then all of a sudden, I lose track of time in the casino. My mom walks up behind me, and I look at her, and I'm a little shocked. So I look around. Where's my husband? Where is my husband? So I can't find him. So, now it's turning to anger, and he could have been somewhere just watching her from a distance, but I didn't know it at the time, right? Because I need to control every situation, and I need to know where he is at this second. So what happens? And my mother was fine. So what happens? I stand up and look around the casino, and I see my husband walking down the casino with some chick. They're walking from afar, coming into this particular table. Some table far away from me. And so he must have felt the temperature in the casino rise to volcanic levels because I was boiling mad. So we caught eyes, we caught eye contact, and he comes over. So I say to him, I'm going to call my husband Michael. So I say to him, Michael, I got all color purple on him. Who this woman? Who that woman? He said, what? I said, who's that woman? What woman? The woman you were just walking through the casino with. What woman? I don't know that woman. I don't know a woman. Like he's playing totally dumb. I said, you wasn't even keeping an eye on my mother. And my mother, she's trying to keep it calm. So she's like, oh, I'm fine. I was fine. I don't need, mind your business. You don't know. Because now I'm mad. And I'm irrational. So she said, well, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play the slots. And she goes back and play the slots. But we are not out of the danger zone. I say to Michael, what do you mean you don't know that? I just saw you walking with the woman. And now, he ain't playing this game. So he is on silent. I said, oh, you don't want to answer me? Oh, I know what to do now. What do you think I did? You know what I did. I went and got her. So I saw the woman still sitting at the table. I walked right over there and I said, hi, miss. Hi, you so pretty. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Nice. Can you come with me for a second? I have a question. And I don't know what made this woman get up and walk with me, but she did. And I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her what it was about. And she followed me right over to where my husband was standing. I said, Michael, this woman, you don't know this woman? And he's like, yeah, no, I don't know her. And she made matters 1,000 times worse. She said, Michael, Michael, you don't know me? Michael. And now she tapping him on his arm and everything. Michael. Oh, now you don't know me, huh, Michael? Yo, oh my God, my Lord. Whoo, I could fire. So she looked, I said, yeah, Michael, you don't know her? He said, oh yeah, so she started to tell a story. She started to tell a story of, they were looking, he's trying to learn games supposedly. So she was showing him a table where he could blah, blah, blah. She had an all kind of legit kind of thing for it, but he chose to remain silent. So she turned to me and she said, well, who, she said to me, like, who are you? I said, oh, I'm his wife. That bitch turned back to my husband and said, Michael, you didn't tell me you had a wife. I can't take it. I have got to crack up right now. My heart racing right now thinking about it. And he's just looking at her because he's fully on silent. Fully silent. So she looks at me. She said, oh, girl, honey, let me tell you, I'm married too. I just want to tell you, I'm married too. And I hear you. I hear you. I feel you for being upset. I'm married too. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. Because you know what? I ain't want to trip out on her. Because honestly, she didn't do anything wrong. And I guess that was the truth. Because who knows with sometimes with women now, they'll make up a whole story to keep his secret. So anyway, so now my husband is fully embarrassed. She walks away. And now it's time for me and him to talk. And what does he say? Nothing. I said, oh, you just going to keep standing there and being silent? He's like, I ain't got no, now he cursing. I ain't got shit. You so stupid. You always this. You stupid. Now he getting on me. And then he turns and walks away. Whoo, honey, he should not have turned his back on me. No, honey, because that was back in the day. That was back in the day when I would clench my jaws in my mouth and drop the hammer on him. And that's exactly what I did. When he turned and walked away, I hit him with the first blow. Boom, right in his back. He keeps on walking. He bends over, but he keeps on walking. I hit him with another one. And now here I'm coming for more. So he turns around. He probably shouldn't have turned around because I wasn't done dropping them hammers. And when he turned around on me, I hit him right in the mouth. Boom. Whew, honey, I'm not laughing about that because violence is never okay. It is never okay. So, but I'm laughing because of this is all because he walked in the casino. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, so I hit him in the mouth. Boom. So now he's trying to grab my hands. Now he's trying to control me and restrain me and everything. And when I tell you them damn gremlins, detectives and security guards, I don't know if they was watching the camera the whole time. All I can tell you is them bitches came out the ground, the wall, the machines. They came out the ashtray, out of people's liquor glass. Them bitches came from everywhere and swarmed us. And now we are surrounded in the damn casino. I don't know if you saw the Wiz when them flying monkeys had surrounded all them garbage cans and surrounded Dorothy and them in the that's how they had us in that damn casino. I was like, oh my goodness. And then they did it. They took us to the secret passageway. We walked through these doors, and I've seen these doors 1,000 times in the casino, but you never think about what's behind them. Boy, it was like Ocean's 11. They took me down this hallway. Took us down this hallway, then this hallway, then this hallway. It was a labyrinth. I guess they figured if we try to make a run for it, our ass would be running around there for 2 days trying to get out because them bitches was hallways on hallways on hallways. So they take us into the room and when I tell you there's a whole other world underneath the casino, I mean it's a whole world under there. They got jail cells and fingerprint machines and mug shots and lights and guns and weapons and oh my goodness, it's a whole world under the damn casino that I was in. So they sit us down after they take all of our stuff. And in hindsight, I'm like, was that even legal? Like, you casino police. Are y'all police? Like, how you got all my stuff on file now? I could never work for the FBI now. Shit. So anyway, so they put Michael in the cage, in the jail, and they sat me in a chair. So now the detective comes up and he's asking me, what happened. And I got to tell the story honestly and truthfully. So I told the whole truth. I said, it's my birthday and he out there with some other woman and I'm here with my mama and it's my... That's what I did. I cried like a baby. I said, I'm out here for my birthday and he's walking through the casino with some woman and he left my mom and I told the story, and Michael is still on silent. He can hear me telling the story, but he ain't nothing. So the detective again, listening to me, empathizing with me, sympathizing with me, and another detective comes in, and so the first detective is telling the story to the second detective, and here's what he said. This is the detective. He said, so we got this poor young lady here. This poor young lady here is here for her birthday, and she brought a mom and a husband, and and she's just here celebrating her poor little... No, he didn't say it like that, but he was like that. He was like, she's celebrating her birthday and her mom is here, and this idiot over here decides to go pick up some hooker in the damn casino. I'm like, yo, I ain't say no hooker or all that stuff. I ain't say none of that, but that's how he translated it. And so now they all mugging him and side-eyeing him and blah, blah, blah. So then they break the news to me that, listen, you have court in the morning and we can hold you overnight. Like, we could keep you here overnight until court, or we could release you and you just have to promise to appear in court tomorrow. I'll take promise to appear in court tomorrow for $200, Alex. So now I'm thinking, yo, my mother is here by herself. She may not even know what the hell is going on. So now I got to call my friend, my serious gambling friend, Helen. So I call Helen and I'm like, Helen, surprised she even answered the phone, because you're not allowed to have your phone at the casino table. So I go, Helen, hello. She's like, hey, what's going on? Helen, I've been arrested and I'm going to need you to find my mother and please make sure she gets home. Helen says, hey, listen, I can't really hear you. It kind of sounds like you've been arrested, but I can't be on my phone right now. So I'm like, Helen, wait. I am arrested and I need your help. So you can hear all the people, the dealers and everybody in the background. Get off your phone. So she does stand up. Thank goodness. She does stand up, and I tell her, and she's dumbfounded. Like, I can't go through the whole story. I have to leave her with, I'm arrested. Me and Michael are arrested, and we won't be joining you back on that ferry going back home. So, okay, blah, blah, blah. So she said, all right, no problem. And obviously my mom did get home safely, because turns out that she had friends in the casino that were on that boat and they ended up taking her home. So, all right. So now that's taken care of. And now what about us? First of all, we can't stay in the casino because now we have been persona non grata. We have been banned from the casino. We cannot be on the ground. So we can't say like, oh, well, we'll just gamble till our court appointment. No. You have to leave. We have no car and no hotel room. We just came out for a day trip. So now we've got to find a hotel. Now we got to do all this stuff while sitting off the property. Okay? So, I know I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous. All because of the woman walking. Now, some of y'all might say, no, it's because he chose not to answer. He chose not to be truthful. I can promise you, I was way mad before he didn't talk to me. No matter what he was going to say at that time, it was going to be on. So, yes, it could have probably been subsided if he'd have said, oh, she blah, blah, blah. And to be honest with you, he might have said it. But I wasn't ready to hear anything. How dare you not do what I told you to do? How dare you not watch my mother, who's totally capable of watching herself? How dare you be walking with a woman in the casino? Because it doesn't matter. If it was a man, I wouldn't be mad. So those are my things. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he was walking with a woman should not have been any different than if he was walking with a man. It really shouldn't have been any different. But it was. And that's because my insecurity kicked in. Because I would have never been that angry if it was a man. I'd have never walked over to the man and said blah blah blah. I would have never, it would have been a different thing. So that's how I know that it's my stuff that I have to own. So anyway, and that's what I'm suggesting, and that's what I suggest to people also. You got to own your part in this, because if you always blame another person for everything that went wrong in a situation, you never grow from it. You have to find what your responsibility was. What could you have done differently? Could you have responded differently, reacted differently? Could you have chose not to respond at all? There's different things. So you have to find your part in it and then grow from that. Okay. So anyway, so now we are homeless vagabonds in a casino. Having the good thing I didn't lose all my money yet. But anyway, so we have to find a hotel because we damn sure had court the next day. But it ain't over. So we still arguing and fighting. Now we got to go stay in the same hotel room and blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen. So I don't even know. I don't know if my husband knows to this day that when I left the room, because I wasn't going to be in the room with him. So when I left the room, I went downstairs. I went walking, found the bar, got in the cab, went to a different casino. So the next day we go to court, and I mean court, not casino court. I mean court. I mean bringing prisoners in, and this is a holiday too, and it was still packed. So, but the way they do their court there is you have to go speak to a court advocate first, okay? And the court advocate determines whether or not this is what worth going forward with, like what should happen with the charges, who should be punished, blah blah blah. And even though he and I were against each other, he brought us both in at the same time. So we're telling the story, and I'm telling the story, and I didn't tell the story with tears, but I was telling the story. And it was a dude. It was a black dude. That dude gave it to me. That dude was like, "You so stupid. You so jealous. You should know better than this. If you get arrested, you lose your..." That dude gave me everything that detective the night before gave to my husband. "You dumb. You this. And what I'm going to do? Argue with him in court? I need him." I'm like, "Yes, so you right. I ain't shit. You right. I ain't shit. I ain't never been shit. Ain't gonna be shit." I mean... That was my attitude. I was humble AF in there. So anyway, so he listened to the story, and then he goes to my husband, and I don't think he was that way because he was a man. I really don't. I think he was that way because I was absolutely ridiculous and out of control. So a woman should have given it to me that way too. So he's like, "All right, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Y'all need to go to counseling, whatever." He said, "But I'm gonna get them to dismiss these charges. Like, this is ridiculous. This is just some one-time thing. You ain't never been in trouble." So anyway, so that was that, and we still had to go before the judge and by ourselves, and they were like, dismiss the charges, but the judge didn't have to accept it. The judge could have been like, "Oh hell no, So you'd never know until the judge's final word. So we in the courtroom, I go up, then he go up, and we still not talking. we still ain't on good terms, even though I had already accepted that I was wrong. But I can't, because I was too damn dumb anyway. So then we go before the judge, and the judge does dismiss the case, and we still banned. We were still banned from the casino. So that means, blah, blah, blah. So it just was a messy thing that did not have to happen. And it's interesting enough that my jealousy level had gotten to be that high. Because when I first met my husband, first of all, he was single, and then he had lots of female friends. And I did not care about that at all. Like, they're your friends, whatever. And I had no problem with it. Girls used to call him all the time, and no problem with it. The only thing that I asked was that, like, on late nights, like, you have a girlfriend now, so late at night, you should tell him, like, it's not okay to call, 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night. It's not okay. 1 in the morning. Like, it's not okay. If it's an emergency, dial 911. I mean, come on, be respectful. So that was my only issue with his friends. And we came that far to me being mad at him walking down the street. So that's me. I don't know, my insecurities or whatever. But so we got to do better. And so the moral of the story is we got to do better. There's so many things along the way that I could have done that could have prevented me being banned from the casino or busting his lip, because his lip was definitely bleeding. I left that part out the story because he turned around at just the perfect angle, and it happened. It happened. And I'm apologetic about it. He sees zero humor in it, but he's not mad about it anymore. But me, I'm like, I have to chuckle at it. Not that it's funny, but it's like, I can't believe how out of control I was. I can't believe what a maniac I was. Because I thought that I was this, educated, mature, and I'm all of that. But I was insecure. I had rage issue. I had worthiness issues. I had all these self-love issues. I had all these things going on, and they were coming out and being directed towards him, and that's not fair. And if that's what you have going on in your life, if you are jealous unreasonably, some jealousy is normal, but if you're overreacting, just reacting inappropriately, you got to get to some help. You got to get yourself to someone who you could talk about it with. Not somebody who's going to blame the other party. Remember, this is about your personal growth. You got to talk to someone who's going to help you not internalize absolutely everything that someone else does. It's not a dig on you. Him walking in the casino was not disrespect to me. Things that other people do is not automatically an attack on us. And once we learn that, accept that, absorb that, and live that, we will have so much more peace and calm in our life. Because then we can react on the issue and not our feeling, So with that being said, again, I would love for you to join in and share your jealousy story. Let's have a conversation about it. Or you could just tell the story. I just would love to hear it, how much you've grown and what you've done in your life that has helped you grow past whatever the jealousy and insecurity and anger and rage and things like that you had going on in your life. So until the next time, this is the Crooked Eyelash, and I again would love to have you join me. I'm Renee Wright. Send me a message. Go to my webpage. It's called The Right Side, TheRightside.net, therightside.net. And check out what I got going on. And we have monthly conversations about different topics regarding relationships. And let's see, I hope to see you there. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, I don't know what you do on podcasts. I don't know if you give it a thumbs up. I would love for you to share it if you made it this far. So share it with your friends, share it with your enemies, share it with everyone. Just share. Have a wonderful day. And again, I am not going back to edit this. So if you hear me hum, cough, sneeze, and all that stuff, just consider it a bonus. You're welcome.